to me and his channel.
What's up, it's your boy LOE Visuals. I'm back with another video. How y'all day going? If y'all vibing, y'all chilling. I enjoy y'all day on a productive day. We back at it. Before I start, y'all smash the like button, smash the like button, smash the like button. On the road to 10K subscribers, hit that subscribe button, turn the post notifications on. Want to find me on any other platform? My link tree is in my bio. Follow my TikTok at LOE.visuals. Follow my X at visualsLOE. So let's talk about it. So Teofimo Lopez and Jaron Ennis is being targeted, or trying to be made for March 1st on a joint pay-per-view between DAZN and ESPN. And it's kind of surprising, in all honesty, because I thought Teofimo Lopez was kind of just yapping, and this is him basically saying that he's willing to fight anybody, and I got to give him credit because I didn't think he was serious about fighting Jaron Ennis. He called out Terrence and Gervonta Davis and also Jaron Ennis, and now that this being targeted, you gotta really respect Teo. I'll be the first to say I was wrong, because I thought he was just yapping, and for him to get this fight made, it's basically him willing to fight anyone, because he'll have to go up to 47. We know Boots is not coming down to 40, and he'll be challenging for his third title in a third division against pretty much the consensus best welterweight, in my opinion. So we got to give him credit, and we do it at LOE Visuals. I'm not one of those guys that say, I was right all the time. I'll admit when I was wrong. So, we got to give him credit. But, for Boots, as far as this fight, it should be, it should be Boots getting the job done, because if he allowed Teofimo Lopez to come in here and beat him, it's going to be looking real bad, coming off, the Virgil Ortiz. A lot of people felt like he ducked Virgil Ortiz, and that fight didn't get made. Boots was out of the loop. So, he said he was out of the loop and didn't know what was going on in the Virgil Ortiz situation. So, it might, it's kind of iffy, it looks like he ducked him, but, he said he didn't have anything going on, and you should know what's going on. If you're the boxer and you're supposed to be fighting, you need to know what's going on. And, to fight a guy, coming up, it's no excuse for Boots. It's not going to be any room for, any room for failure right here. Because, Teo has no pressure. Teo has done things at 35 and at 40. He hasn't looked his best at 40. I'll be here to say that, his last few performances, Steve Clegg, Jermaine Ortiz, Sandor Martin, everything after the Josh Taylor hasn't been impressive. So, if Boots, going here and looks bad and lose, it's going to be crazy, because he really doesn't have anything to stand on. If he loses this title, and, you've lost guys, interest in, because a lot of people feel like, Boots is, the Brian Norman fight did get made, with Boots, but that happens, Virgil Ortiz didn't get made, you struggling in your Chizukian fight, so maybe Teo sees something in Jaron Ennis that he can exploit and take advantage of, but if we looking at it, metrics, it's gonna be tough, because I do think Boots is the more athletic fighter. I do think Boots is the bigger fighter. I do think Boots is the better boxer. So that's why I'm saying, it's no room for failure. Teo's gonna be coming in with no pressure. He's been in big fights before, so it's not gonna be a shocker to him. It's gonna be, something new to Boots. And how does Boots respond? I'm pretty sure, he understood how he looked in the Karen fight, so he's going to be prepared, I'm pretty sure, but, this fight being on pay-per-view, it's setting itself up, for failure. You're supposed to be in Madison Square Garden. That's a big arena, it's a big venue. It's supposed to be on pay-per-view. They're going to do a split pay-per-view, I'm guessing, joint venture. But, they're setting both guys up for failure, because, being, in all honesty, you can't just throw things on pay-per-view. Yeah. It's this would have been a great fight for regular TV, in my opinion, you know, like on the zone, just on ESPN, you know, but nobody really knows who Jaron Ennis is as far as the casual fan. I don't think the casual fan really knows Jaron Ennis, so that's going to be tough. Then you got Teofimo Lopez, a known, you know, non-ticket puller, so it's going to be an issue. You know, they kind of putting, and I think it might be Bob trying to prove a point to Tio that you don't sell as well as you think. You know, I'm losing if anything. So, you know, I'll be surprised if this fight does well. You know, you might have the hardcore fans buy it, but I don't think the casual is gonna dip into their pockets to buy a fight like this. Even though, you know, they should, maybe, because, you know, you don't. But I don't think they will, because, you know, people don't really know Jaron Ennis and people don't really know Tio. So it's gonna be tough. And it's kind of setting them up for failure, if you ask me. You know, I do think it's a great fight, you know, even though I would have preferred the Virgil Ortiz fight. But, you know, this is a good fight too. You know, I just think, you know, if anything, you know, it's way more of a risk. But, you know, maybe Jaron felt like, you know, it's a better financial gain than fighting. You know, they said they offered him $5 million to fight Virgil Ortiz though. So I don't know, you know, will he get 5 to fight Tio? So we'll have to see. But yeah, they're in a tough situation, you know, because I just don't see it, you know, as far as selling how they think it's gonna sell. But Jaron Ennis he's basically getting all you know, he has all the risk, you know, he has all the pressure on him. You know, guys coming up in weight, so it's gonna be very threatening. He's been champion before, you know. You're coming up defending. This is probably the biggest name on Jaron Ennis' resume, so by far. So it's gonna be tough on him, you know. If he loses, you know, it's bad. It's bad out here, you know. Philly, oh gosh, Philly. That's a bad loss for you guys, Philly, because, you know, T.O. is out calling guys my nigga and monkeys, and, you know, it's crazy. And I think, you know, it's about time he gets checked. So I think, you know, Jaron Ennis should win this fight, and that's just my opinion. I do think he's the better fighter, you know, as far as skill, but Tio has, you know, the big fight experience over Jaron Ennis, but I don't think that should matter. You know, Tio's giving up 7 pounds, so there's no excuse for Jaron Ennis here. He loses. It's gonna be tough, you know. I don't think it's gonna be kind of hard to shake back, but, you know, he should get this job done, because, you know, all the risk is on Teofimo Lopez. Well, I mean, you know, Tio is taking a big chance jumping up, you know, so I'll be shocked. You know, you gotta defend your title. You know, Tio has been here before. You know, he's moved up and fought for a lineal title. So I'm gonna be surprised. You know, I'm definitely ready to see it. You know, next year is shaping out well. We got a lot going on next year. So, and they're trying to target this for March 1st. So I think that's great. You know, it'll be right after Riot season. So shout out to them. You know, shout out to Bob. You know, Bob maybe is trying to, you know, cash out on Tio, or, you know, cash in, but it looks like he's trying to cash out, because this is gonna be a tough fight. So I just don't think Jaron Ennis loses. If he loses, it's bad, but I don't think he does, in my opinion. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section about the fight being made. I think it's a good scrap, you know. Shocked me, so I gotta give Tio a lot of credit here. You know, it's putting Jaron Ennis in a big, you know, situation, because you didn't want to go up to fight at 54, cool, you know, or the fight at 54 didn't get made, boom. But you bring down a guy from 40 coming up to fight you can't lose in this situation. You can't. It's very tough on Jaron Ennis. So, you know, that's what I think. You know, I don't think it's a good idea that they're putting a fight on pay-per-view, you know, but that's what they do in boxing. They throw anything on pay-per-view and make us, you know, try to buy it and support it. But I just don't think this should have been on pay-per-view. I think this should have been, you know, think this probably should have been on, you know, regular TV, on the Zone and on ESPN. You know, Teo has a history of not pulling. You know, you guys, Steve Clegget, you guys didn't even know he was fighting Steve Clegget. You know, it's a history there. Jaron Ennis hasn't been out there too long for the casuals to know who he is. So it's a tough situation in my opinion. But let me know what you guys think about the fight. I do think it's a good scrap. I just, you know, have my opinions on the pay-per-view, but it's a good scrap. I just, you know, this on pay-per-view, nah. But let me know what you guys think about the fight. Who do you guys have winning? I think it's going to be a great fight, you know, as far as both guys, you know, having something to prove, because Teo can go get a third scrap, and Jaron really can't lose this fight because he, you know, he just turned down the 54 red. It'll look bad. So I think it'll make both guys competitive that night. But let me know what you guys think. Make sure y'all smash the like button. We're on the road to 10K subscribers. Hit the subscribe button. Turn the post notifications on. You want to find me on any other platform. My link tree is in my bio. Follow my TikTok at loe.visuals. Follow my X at visualloe. Make sure I hit that sub button. Give me the 10K. You know, we grinding. We probably go live Thursday and, you know, chop it up. Probably talk about this Jaron Ennis and Teofimo Lopez situation a little bit more in detail. So let me know what you guys think. I love you guys so much. I'm out.